Here we are, Have and Have Not fans, part 3 of the Jim is Screwed video trilogy that I did not anticipate making. And again, this is about an old topic I brought up a while back in regards to Mitch and the Malones versus Warlock and his crew. I feel like a gang war is bound to happen. And honestly, the fuel to that fire was hugely ignited in the last episode where, Warlock and his crew busted down the door to Hannah's motel and started shooting up the place. I'm pretty sure Mama Rose isn't going to be happy if her grandson calls her up to tell her that him and his buddy were almost killed because of what was going on with Warlock. So, long story short, I feel like things are going to, and again, it really goes back to Candace and Jim because they're the ones who kind of started this thing off. When Mama Rose has two things to find out. One being the tow company is gone. The legitimate business that her grandson was trying to, run alongside Benny in order to earn an honest living, get own money versus, living the gang or mobster lifestyle of a Malone. She actually seemed pretty proud of Mitch in terms of, hey, my grandson wants to make his own way outside of, what we do for a living, and he only calls up when he needs favors. And she didn't hesitate to tell David, hey, you're going to do what I tell you to do. Like she sounded like, a mother/grandma figure where she's not hesitant about putting somebody in their place. And, David calmly backed down, did what she asked, and that was it. So that was the end of that situation. So I'm pretty sure, again, that if Mitch calls up Mama Rose, that I'm pretty sure, when it comes to the money, as Mitch said, Benny, we're not asking the Malones for a loan. And, in order to get the houses as well as the tow company back, because that's your family's blood. Like, if you don't pay them back, they don't hesitate about killing them off. So the money situation, that's a no-go. Now, when it comes to the situation of, hey, Warlock and his crew almost killed us, I feel like that's where Benny's going to be like, hey, Mitch, I feel like we don't have a choice. I feel like that was the last straw, that Mitch is going to call up the Malones and they're going to help him out in that situation. And I feel that Warlock is going to be screwed because remember when he was talking with Erica and Erica was talking about how, hey, I was in the car with Candace where Mitch was saying that he was the one that planted drugs in your car and got you arrested. Warlock didn't believe it because no, he don't have connections like that. I feel like that's going to be the underdog situation where him and Erica don't know the connections that Mitch has, because if I'm not mistaken, Candace doesn't even know that Mitch is a Malone because of the fact that those two used to have a thing, but he never showed her to his family. And I feel like that's going to be another Scooby-Doo moment when that mask is going to be ripped off, when Mama Rose figures out like, oh, you telling me Benny's sister, your business partner, his sister was the one that got you in the situation where you lost the tow company. And also because of the situation she's in with this Warlock character, that's why you almost got shot. Then she finds out it was Candace Young. She might actually be mad at Jim Cryer because remember, if she was allowed to kill off Candace when she wanted to, I doubt that any of this would have happened because Candace wouldn't have been alive to extort the money from Jim with the help of Warlock. Warlock wouldn't have been after Candace to begin with, which wouldn't have led to Mitch and Benny losing their tow company. And also the situation where, he almost got shot because of what Candace was doing. So at the end of the day, there might be a Warlock versus Malone gang war, but I feel that Jim might be caught in the mix based off of either, I've mentioned this in another video, either because he asked the Malones for another favor, but his favors will run out and he has to pay, or Mama Rose learns that because of Jim not allowing her to kill off Candace's actions affected her grandson and almost cost him his life. So I feel that, that might be the big trigger for everything. And again, it really goes back to Candace and Jim. So if there's a gang war, I don't know the location. I just know that it will not be a pretty sight. Lives will definitely be lost. And trust me that Savannah, Georgia will not be the same. So I can't even begin to go into all the details here because I feel like I'll be talking for almost half the night, if not until the morning, just kind of breaking down every single structure or detail. And there's just so much to consider in this, Warlock, will Erica be caught in the crossfire? Will Candace be caught in the crossfire? Will Jim be caught in the crossfire? So leave your thoughts, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, where you just break down, do you feel like a gang war is on the horizon? If there is a gang war, who do you think is going to be caught in the crossfire, because again, I didn't even think about it while recording part 2 of this trilogy about Jim not allowing Mama Rose to kill Candace could be the reason he gets roped into this situation. So I feel that this gang war might occur. Let's say, I feel like this would be a great season finale, not a mid-season finale. I feel like this would be a great season finale where we see the build up, like let's say at the back half of this season, like where, Mitch and Benny kind of regroup and they kind of talk things over. And then in what season is it, 4 or 5? I lost track. Well, let's just say in the next season, we see, them breaking down and planning. I don't want the big gang war to happen at the end of this season. I feel like it's too soon. I mean, a lot of people complain about the plot moving too slow, but I feel like an event that big, let's slow it down. I feel like that would be a great either mid-season finale next season, but I would prefer to be at the end of the next season. So again, let me know your thoughts below. Do you think a gang war is going to occur, and how soon do you want it to happen?